Quality Assured Films does not condone the misuse of internet reviews. We realize no one is perfect. The opinions of John and Mike should be taken lightly prior to the viewing of any movie. Enjoy the show.
Live from sunny Hollywood, California.
Not really.
It's the 75th annual Quality Assured Films End of Year Wrap-Up. And now, please give a warm welcome to your hosts for this evening, John and Mike.
Our next category, probably the one closest to my heart, is sci-fi and fantasy.
Agent Valerian.
The first movie we'll be talking about is Thor 3, The Third Thor.
Now I know what you're thinking. How did this happen? Well, it's a long story.
I enjoy Thor. I like him as a character. I love the fact that they're embracing what I like to call the Guardians of the Galaxy feel, where they're just trying to make it funny. They're trying to make it silly. And
this is almost a straight-up comedy.
Yeah.
Yes! We know each other. He's a friend from work.
I think taking it away from, what's that place? Asgard? Asgard.
Yeah.
Taking it away from that place and making it somewhere completely separate made it amazing. And of course, Jeff Goldblum.
He was so amazing.
Good. He's wonderful. It is a he.
It is a he.
I love that they're embracing the weirdness.
Yeah.
That is what I want. This is stuff we've been asking for a while now. You know, the first couple Thor, you had Kenneth Branagh doing the first Thor. You had, I can't remember his name, but was a Game of Thrones director doing
The Lost City of...
The Lost City of Thor?
What? The Dark World. The Dark World.
The Dark World. It's now called The Lost City of Thor.
Yes.
They were trying to go for like medieval fantasy style movies, and lo and behold, Thor apparently works best as a zany space adventure. Who the hell would have thought that?
What have you brought today? Tell me.
A contender.
I loved, what was her name, Valkyrie?
Yes! She was so awesome.
Great. She was hilarious. And even like the first time you meet her, she just passes out as she's walking down the thing. She's like, he's mine! And who's the director? Because he did that one documentary, fake documentary.
What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi.
Fantastic.
Yes.
He was even a character in the movie,
He was
too.
Korg.
Yeah, that rock dude.
The rock dude, yeah.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Korg. I'm kind of like the leader in here. I'm made of rocks, as you can see, but don't let that intimidate you. You don't need to be afraid unless you're made of scissors.
One thing that I wish they would do differently, which I'm going to probably talk about again in a few seconds with Guardians, is they don't let a dramatic moment breathe at all.
Yeah.
Every emotional moment was undercut with a punchline. So you have the most profound, insane, like, crushing thing that could possibly happen to Thor, and instead of just giving that a second, it's immediately hit with a punchline. And this was at the end of, an hour and a half or however long this movie was, and at that point, I was pissed. I like... The endearing quality of that totally wore off on me, and I was like, shut the fuck up!
As long as the foundations are still strong, we can rebuild this place. It will become a haven for all peoples and aliens of the universe. Now those foundations are gone. Sorry.
So would you approve the third Thor?
I would. Thor Ragnarok. You are approved.
Quality approved.
Up next on our sci-fi fantasy list, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I see it within you. Fear, jealousy, betrayal. It is our duty to cleanse the universe of this weakness.
You know, they told me you people were conceited douchebags, but that isn't true at all. Dude. I'm using my wrong eyes.
Another hilarious space adventure. I love the first one. I really do.
Yes.
I like this one a lot too. It's freaky how good they're getting with these CGI young actors. Like, what was it, Kurt Russell?
Oh, that's right.
Whoo!
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
What I loved about the film specifically was the opening scene. It was fucking hilarious. It was from the point of view of Baby Groot.
Oh, when he's dancing
He's
around.
just dancing, and the whole time he's dancing, all this fucking massive fighting is going on behind him.
They're getting thrown around and tossed about.
It was such a perfect way to start a movie, because any other movie would have started like focusing on all that shit, fighting the big monster. But
right.
This was just like, it's background shit, you know.
Again, it kind of suffers from, for me, the same problem that Thor 3 The Third Thor has, which is every emotional moment has a joke in it.
So we're saving the galaxy again? Yep. Awesome! We're really gonna be able to jack up our price if we're two-time galaxy savers. Yes!
This movie had probably the best line of the year, which was, "I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!" I'm excited to see them in Infinity War, and they will finally get to meet all of our other heroes.
Yes.
Actually, Thor and the Guardians will be teaming up.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So we will get to see some of that.
Who the hell are you guys?
Watching it a second time when it went to Netflix, the pacing is a little weird for me. Not every joke works either.
Yeah.
Like, there's times where I'm like, you should have cut that. Or you needed somebody there to say, this doesn't quite work the way you think it does. Like, there's a scene where Rocket is telling Baby Groot, don't press this button.
Oh, yeah.
And then he says, you know what, I'm just going to put tape over it. So he goes, hey Quill, you got any tape? And he's like, no, I don't have any tape. Let me ask around and see if anyone has any. So then they spend like a minute and a half of... You can hear him in the background asking every character in the movie if they have tape.
Let me check. Yo, Yondu, do you have any tape? Gamora, do you have any tape? Tape. Oh, never mind. Drax, do you have any tape? Yeah, Scott's tape would work. Then why did you ask me if Scott's tape would work if you don't have any?
So he comes back, and he's like...
Nobody has any tape.
And Rocket's like, why do I have to do everything? And he's like, well, you're the one with the bomb. If anyone has tape, it's you. And I was like, that right there. Keep that. Keep the setup.
Right.
Cut everything else.
Yep.
Let's move this shit along.
Groot, put your seatbelt on.
I don't know. I don't want to be too critical on it. I really liked it still. Yeah. I thought it was equally as good as the first one, but that stuff starts to creep in, so...
I would approve it. I would have to.
Me too. Guardians 2, you are approved.
Quality approved.
The 75th annual Quality Assured Films End of Year Wrap Up is sponsored by that family guy, Gary Lee.
Gary Lee here. I have been running a Ponzi scheme for used car dealerships for over 20 years in the Lehigh Valley. Bring your family to meet my family at thatponzischeme.com.
Welcome back to the 75th annual Quality Assured Films End of Year Wrap Up with John and Mike.
Up next on the list.
I'm not looking. Oh, God!
Oh.
It's almost a pain to even have to talk about it.
Ooh, a French film. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, the most expensive French film that has been made. Valerian and the Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. What is it called?
Valium and the movie of 1,000 minutes.
Holy shit.
Holy fuck.
Welcome to Alpha. The city of 1,000 planets, where for hundreds of years, every species has shared their knowledge and their intelligence with each other.
I mean, I like Dane DeHaan. He's actually a local.
The dazzling charisma of
Dane DeHaan.
Dane DeHaan.
You're not gonna find better than me on the market. Straight up. Take a good look. Handsome, intelligent,
modest,
brave,
suicidal,
determined,
pig-headed,
faithful.
And
wow.
what's her name?
Cara Delevingne.
Yes, who we last previously saw dancing around as the fucking in Suicide Squad.
Yes, that's right. The Enchantress.
Yes.
I only work with my partner.
Hi.
We're a team. Let's go.
This was the most boring movie possibly that I've ever seen.
So boring.
Okay. You go in thinking, okay, this is the guy that directed The Fifth Element.
Yes!
One of the best sci-fi movies ever made. What's his name?
Luc Besson?
Luc Besson.
Besson?
I was so excited for this movie, but when the poster came out, I noticed that the suits, the spacesuits they were wearing, looked like something out of the year 2000.
Oh.
Like that kind of like stuff that people in the year 2000 thought was cool.
Yeah.
Like that Lost in Space movie. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Look at this comparison, okay? Here's a picture of what the original French comic looked like. Here's a picture of Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne. This is a bad sign, folks.
Yes.
If you were in a meeting and you saw this comparison, you should be worried about your movie.
You are so lucky. I got the best one in the whole universe. Come on.
This got to the point where I was looking at the drop ceiling tiles in the theater.
Oh my god.
Waiting for it to be over because it was so boring that I would rather look at the ceiling than what was happening on the screen. It was so bad.
It was, and it was long too.
Oh.
And there was a lot of actors in it. I mean, Rihanna even shows up at one point.
Oh my god!
Weird creature that just dances.
That was so embarrassing.
You an artist or not?
Yes, but I need time to get into my role and capture my movements and behaviors and character's art. We do a couple rehearsals. You get some notes.
Ethan Hawke?
Yes!
Oh my god! I was like, oh no, Ethan, no,
on,
don't
buddy.
do this.
I'll be with you in a second.
I'm looking for something special.
Well, of course you are. Whatever it is you want, I got it.
Well, you mentioned earlier about Dane DeHaan and his amazing charisma.
That was a joke.
Yeah, I know. It was horrible.
Oh, man.
Every line.
Can you
he
get this
delivered.
guy some fucking lotion?
Yes.
Or something? Let him sleep.
Big eye, big bags under the
Were they
eyes.
keeping him up for days at a time on this shoot? At some point, they had to, like, CGI somebody with huge bags under his eyes because there's that scene where he's zooming around underwater and he's a CGI character in that shot. But you see inside his helmet, and all you see is a giant bags under his eyes. I was like, oh, man.
Why?
Poor guy.
And the chemistry with whatever her name is.
What chemistry?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, my God.
Seatbelt.
You know what? I'm gonna ask for 10 days leave right now, and I'm gonna take you to the most beautiful beach in the whole universe.
What was the one where it's like, I'm Space Captain Valerian, this is my story? It was like, oh my god! The first 5 minutes was great.
Yeah.
Set to a David Bowie song, R.I.P., and it shows it shows like first contact with aliens.
Yeah, that was great.
And then meeting all the subsequent aliens that come, and it was this great message of peace and working together, and they build this whole space colony.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes into one of the most misogynistic shitfests I've ever seen.
Seriously though, it's literally the two of them on a fucking like massage table on the beach, and they're wrestling each other with a fucking drink, and it's some of the most like. Then he gets on top of her. He's like, "You know, you like me."
Yeah.
I don't like you, Valerian.
Yeah.
Fuck that movie.
Oh.
Fuck that movie. Denied all the way.
Yes.
Every planet denied.
I think that was the worst movie of the year for me. Was Valerian.
I would agree.
I got it.
It's one of the movies I was most excited to see.
I was.
And it turned out to be complete garbage. So this is a total waste of time for me. Do not bother. Please let us save you some time and don't see this movie. This is supposed to be like one of the most visually exciting movies.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where they're just walking around a flat, lifeless desert.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was like...
Yep.
This sums it up right here. Here it is. Oh, man. Valerian, you are denied.
Brute.
Quality denied.
Okja. I didn't see this movie.
Okja.
Okja!
Let me tell you, Okja, another Netflix original film.
We needed a miracle. And then we got one. This beautiful and special little creature will be a revolution in the livestock industry. Our super pigs will not only be big and beautiful, they will also leave a minimal footprint on the environment, consume less feed, and produce less excretions. And most importantly, they need to taste fucking good.
Here's how this film went, okay? It starts off fantastic. You see the relationship between a girl and what's called a super pig. Essentially, we're in a world where man has figured out a way to create a super pig. So they send out, like, ones to different countries, and it's a big, like, a corporation has this idea, let's make a big fucking contest where whoever can raise the biggest Okja wins.
A big fucking contest.
It's a big fucking contest around the universe.
Wow.
I'm an animal lover. Everybody knows that about me.
The first third of the film is fantastic. It's literally, it feels like a real life anime. It feels like a little girl, like, just in the woods. I'm sorry, not the woods, the jungle, with her big ass pig, who looks amazing, who, like, lets her lay on her belly, and they form this amazing bond. And then the Americans come into the film, and by Americans I mean fucking Jake Gyllenhaal.
Come here. All right. Oh, fucking hair, goddammit!
Oh, I forgot he was in that.
He has one of the fucking
Jake
worst...
Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Where's your sister?
Maggie Gyllenhaal. Is she in the audience?
There she is, over here.
There's a group of, like, anti-animal herders.
What are they like called? Animal rights activists?
There they are.
Okay.
And they want to, like, intervene and stop America from pretty much collecting this pig, which is what happens. The movie then moves to America.
We are animal lovers. Our plan is to expose Miranda, rescue Okja, and bring her back to you.
Jake Gyllenhaal's performance as this fucking zany doctor that's like, ah! There's literally a scene where he's drunk as shit and he's like, I'm not allowed to try the meat. We have people for the meat. I'm not even exaggerating right now as I'm doing this.
That sounds insane.
We're just gonna take some of your meat. Of course. I'm not gonna eat any. We have tasters for that.
The message of the film, though, was fantastic. It was, you know, there's slaughterhouses, meat, don't eat it. That was great, but the Americans ruined it. However, overall, though, I would say that the bond between this little girl and Okja made me love the film, made me enjoy it, and I would approve it. I would approve Okja.
Nice.
Available on Netflix now.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one, the only.
Quality approved.
Logan.
Logan was great.
Fantastic.
We got ourselves an X-Men fan. Maybe a quarter of it happened, and not like this. In the real world, people die.
Logan.
I don't want to talk about it.
Logan.
Just stop.
Be careful. I need the girl.
What girl?
It was a huge risk doing a movie not in continuity.
Yeah.
That was completely removed from, wasn't a shared universe movie. It was it was like the Unforgiven of superhero movies.
Yeah. She's like you. Very much like you.
I am not whatever it is you think I am.
She needs our help.
Someone will come along.
Someone has come along.
It's the end of what's his name playing Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman.
Yep.
Honestly, while I was watching it, I was like, nominate Hugh Jackman for a fucking Oscar.
Right?
Because that performance, like, not only his performance in this movie, but just almost as a recognition of everything that he's given us as Wolverine, I was like, he fucking deserves it, man.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad that this movie did get nominated. I think might be for best screenplay.
This is what life looks like. People who love each other. A home. You should take a moment. Feel it.
I did not expect to be so powerfully affected by a Wolverine movie. The end of this movie was such a gut punch. So I think the way he dies is a little corny. It didn't quite work for me, but his final moments, his final words as the character, how it affects the girl character, X-23, how it affects the other mutants, was such a fitting closure for this character. I almost say, like, leave Wolverine dead for a while.
Because this is the Wolverine film we wanted. This is the movie where it was violent as fuck when he's fighting those people. Oh, that's
true. I actually forgot about that.
When he's like, he puts the thing in and it goes...
Yeah, you finally get to see, yes, what Wolverine would actually do to these people.
Yes.
I forgot this was another R-rated film, yeah, and it was brutal.
I agree. And Logan, you are quality approved.
Still have time.
Quality approved.
For 75th annual Quality Assured Films End of Year Wrap Up. We'll be back